Hey guys, I'm Jameson with Rogue Engineer, and today we're going to show you how we built this desk and this knockdown stool for our daughter Madison. Alright, let's get started. So let's start with the desk. I assembled this desk out of half a sheet of 3/4 inch plywood. One of the main goals of this desk was going to be aligning the top and the sides so that we had that waterfall effect, so that the grain lined up. So I picked the best section of the plywood for the top and the sides. And then I lined them so that the sides were both on the sides of the top. So then that grain would continue down. Now, when I made those cuts, I initially just started out with a straight cut. And then I came back for the top and the sides, and then I mitered those joints that were going to meet up. So essentially just the tops of the sides and then both sides of the top got a 45-degree miter. With the top and the sides mitered, then we can move on to starting the assembly of that box. And what I did with that was I just created a back that was going to kind of hold those together. Those miters, of course, get glued together, and we clamp them as well as we can in place. And then we assemble, or we kind of attach those three pieces together with the back using pocket holes and 1 1/4 inch pocket hole screws. With the box all assembled, then we can move on to kind of cleaning up the front of it. And the way that I did this was with iron-on edge banding. We want to get rid of that exposed plywood edge look. So iron-on edge banding has been the easiest way to do that. One kind of trick that I figured out on my own, I don't know, I'm sure this has been done before, but when trying to get those miters perfect for the iron-on edge banding, essentially what I did was I ironed on the straights and then overlapped the ends of the at the corners. And then I took a razor blade and laid it from the inside corner to the outside corner, and then just give it a tap with a hammer, and that's all it needs to perfectly cut those that edge banding at that 45 degree. And since they're overlapped, you know that they're going to meet up perfectly once you finish off the iron-on process. With the top fully assembled, now we can move on to assembling the legs. And what I did was I attached them with some wood glue and 1 1/4 inch pocket hole screws. It's pretty simple. The pocket hole screws are hidden once it gets attached to the sides of the desk. If you wanted to, you could clean up those exposed plywood edges with some iron-on edge banding. However, I'm going to be painting these legs, so I wasn't too worried about it. That being said, I do wish that I would have applied at least a little bit of wood filler, because that, even though you think paint is going to cover that exposed plywood edge, it almost never does fully. Speaking of paint, we can move on to the finishing process for the legs, since those are going to be painted and the top is just going to get a polyurethane. The way that you would paint any bare wood is you need to make sure that you prime it first. So in this case, we just used a spray primer and then followed up with a spray paint. For the top, it just got a spray polyurethane, which worked out really good. It kind of brought out the natural color of the wood, as well as added that level of protectant. Now we can move on to the knockdown stool, and this project is pretty simple. We're going to be making it out of a quarter sheet or a 2 foot by 4 foot sheet of 3/4 inch plywood, and we're going to need 3 rectangles to be cut out before we can start the templating process. 2 of those are going to be 17 inches by 14 inches, and then 1 is going to be 12 by 12, and that'll be for the top. Once we get those rectangles cut out on the table saw, then we can move on to the templating process. I've got all of those templates available for free on my website. You can download them and print them out. Make sure you print them out to full scale and then adhere them with some spray adhesive. far as cutting them out, if you've got limited tools, then a jigsaw will do this. It will probably be a little bit of extra work as far as cleaning up the edges because it's hard to get a jigsaw to make a completely straight cut. Some of the blade wants to deflect, so you might have to go in there and clean it up with sandpaper. However, if you have a bandsaw or a scroll saw, this is a great project for that. As far as the top of the knockdown stool, you're gonna wanna drill those holes first and then follow up those cuts with a jigsaw or a scroll saw. With those sections cut out, you're gonna need to come back and clean everything up with sandpaper, and what we used was just a little scrap piece of wood and then adhered some sandpaper onto that so that we could get inside of those holes and clean that up and get everything nice and smooth. Just like the desk, we wanted to finish this off with the same paint color, so we primed and painted the legs and then polyurethane the top, and we just love the way that this kind of came together. The colors and the mix as far as the blue coming through the top, it just looks really cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this build. It was a lot of fun, and it's just been nice to have a dedicated space for Madison to come and do her schoolwork throughout the day as we navigate through this whole quarantine thing. If you guys want the full plans, make sure you head on over to the website. There will be a link somewhere around here that you can click on and it'll take you right there. Until next time, be safe and happy building.